Wow, just by looking at you guys, I can tell a lot of you look sleepy. According to my in-class survey, about 83% of you do not get enough rest per night. The recommended time to sleep for young adults and teenagers are 9 to 9.5 hours. I will introduce you to the 5 stages of the sleep cycle. Let's start with the first stage, which is called stage 1. Within minutes of you dozing off, your brain produces alpha and theta waves, as well as your eye movements begin to slow down. This stage of sleep is usually pretty short and you are somewhat alert. In the academic journal, the American Journal of Nursing, it says the person will have fleeting thoughts and can be awakened easily. This is the stage in which you may flow in and out of consciousness. During stage 1, you may notice something called hypnomicronia. This is when your muscles jerk and you feel a sensation that wakes you up. Eventually, after staying in stage 1 for a little bit, you will enter stage 2. The next stage in the sleep cycle is stage 2, which can last about 50 minutes. In stage 2, almost 50% of the time spent sleeping occurs here. Just like in stage 1, stage 2 is also a light stage of sleep. In this stage, many things start to happen to you and your brain. The first is that the eye movement of the brain waves slow down. Your muscles will also start to relax, and occasionally there will be a sudden increase of waves called sleep spindles. In National Geographic, Michael Finks writes, spindles is theorized to stimulate the cortex in such a way as to preserve recently acquired information, and perhaps also to link it to established knowledge in long-term memory. The next 2 stages of the sleep cycle is stage 3 and 4. These stages are characterized as the deep stages of sleep. Because of this, it is the hardest to wake up here than in any of the other stages. If someone was to wake up, they would most likely be disoriented and dazed for a few minutes. Stage 2 and 3 are usually grouped and spoken about together because they are the time periods of what is called slow wave sleep. It is called slow wave sleep because the brain waves slow to delta waves, which are much slower than your brain waves usually are. In slow wave sleep, there is no eye movement and your body becomes immobile. This is the stage in which some experience nightmares. I know, I get nightmares too. Stages 3 and 4 are also extremely good for your body. According to the book Sleep Disorders and Sleep Deprivation, an Unmet Public Health Problem, it states that these 2 stages only last a few minutes and constitutes about 3 to 8% of sleep. The final and last step of the sleep cycle is called stage 5. Stage 5 is the only stage of REM sleep, or rapid eye movement. Stage 5 is also unlike any of the other sleep stages because brain waves are really high here. Most adults spend about 20% of sleep in this stage, and during this stage, the brain energizes itself while the body is immobile. In stage 5, breathing becomes shallower and your blood pressure increases. Most of the dreaming will occur in this stage because of the increase in brain activity. At the end of stage 5, or REM, is when people start to wake up and get ready for the day ahead. REM sleep is very important for your body, and serious ramifications can occur if you do not get enough of it. In the newspaper The New York Times, it reports not getting enough REM sleep when dreams occur has been linked to a possible increase of Alzheimer's disease. In conclusion, lots of different processes and events happen when you are asleep. This is why it is very, very, very important to get enough sleep so that all of these processes can take place. I highly recommend you go to sleep earlier so that you will experience all 5 sleep cycles each night. If there is one thing for you to take away from this whole speech, it is to not wake up in the stages 3 or 4 if you want to have a good day. Thank you.